here, they used to put up a wooden floor in summer. People come down, the people who live here, and other tourists who would come down and sit, have a beer, a bratwurst, a hamburger, and enjoy the weather. They sit out in back here, sit up right where that lady in orange there is walking. Now they put it up front. 2 years ago they started to put it up in the parking lot up front, this wooden floor and tents for more visibility so people would know what's going on. People heard the music here but never come around the back to look. Then, as business grew, of course they had to hire more help. Parking was a premium. So Eddie from across the way and Tiny, there's the two brothers now, remember, they hired a fellow by the name of Otto Drayton out of New Hampshire to build the wooden bridge we're going to go across. You're going to straight turn left across the wooden bridge. So don't mind the sign that says no buses. Just don't worry about it. Just go across.
Okay.
The back end might get a little wet, but other than that, no, we'll be safe. They hired Otto Drayton out of New Hampshire to build this bridge. It's 239 foot long. It's called lattice construction. Lattice meaning the axis. What holds the bridge together are the trundles, the little round plugs that you're going to see as you go across. There's 1,800 and some round plugs that hold this bridge together. The only nails hold the shingles to the roof and the floorboards to the bottom. 239 feet long, as I said, built on that side of the river, the side we're going over to. And then they railed it across on 2 rails. They took 2 oxen from Diamonddale, Michigan, 10 days to pull this bridge across. It was all built and they just railed it across. Had you given me a 30-foot piece of rope by riding John Deere lawnmower, probably an hour and a half I could have got the job done. But it was designed to last, the celebration had to last 10 days. 1979. It's said by the dark of night sometimes they pulled the bridge the other way 30 feet so we had something to do the next day. The Rotary Club pulled, the Lions Club, the Women's Club pulled, every Tom, Dick and Harry pulled on this bridge. The rope was about that thing around to pull this bridge across. Now Tiny was an entrepreneur, he was an innovator. See the picture tube on your left? First you have pigeons and then they decided to put a few peacocks in to show the people to the left. You gotta go to the army now, so left, right, left, right. You're gonna be out on White Street.
Okay.
Well, they put a few peacocks in there, and the kids go up and startle the peacocks, and the peacock it'll spread its feathers out, and you see a beautiful picture of peacocks. To your left, the lodge. Now, remember, Eddie's son Albert runs Zenders. Tiny's son Bill runs the Bavarian Inn. Tiny's daughter Judy, married a Keller, runs this place. It started in 1986 with 152 rooms. Today, as we speak, there are 302 rooms in here. There are 5 indoor swimming pools. There's an 18-hole mini golf course. Whoop, 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 back up. Back up. We gotta go up, back up a little bit. You missed the left, right here. Left and then right and then left again. 5 indoor swimming pools. The indoor, 18-hole indoor mini golf course in the back. Rooms in here. 2 years ago, we had our Army reunion in here. Rooms rented for $129 a night, but when you get a block of rooms, they'll bring them down to where, you know, in the range of $95 to $99 a night for a block of rooms. It's probably a little more expensive, but the inside is beautiful. I mean, if you go in there, there's an inside 4 stories it opens up to right in the front. And then there's balconies where you have a room and you look out. It's just a beautiful sight. Now, Sue's going to turn left on White Street. That's the entrance to the park. When they put the bridge across, they bought the 2 40-acre farms on this side, the 2 brothers did. And they gave a lot of it to the city, like the area dead ahead, that's overflow parking for the park down here. And the whole park area, they donated that land to the city. They kept what they wanted out of the 80 acres and they deeded the rest to the city. We have 6 major festivals in Frankenmuth during the course of the year. It started Memorial Day. What used to be called the Lumberjack Festival, where guys would take a power saw and shimmy up a pole, cut the log off, they get time. We had to give women equal time. Now they got women crawling poles. They call it Lumberjack Lumberjill Festival. As of late now, they even brought the dogs in. They put up tanks of water and docks and ramps, and they train the trained dogs come in and see how far they can jump from point here up over the tanks and the water. The record 2 years ago was 28 feet. The dog jumping in midair to get the bratwurst hanging in midair. Talking about dogs. You know why the cowboy bought a dachshund? You know what a dachshund is?
Little dog.
Yes, those sausage dogs we call them. Yeah. You can go right, turn right. Yeah, go down, just turn around and come right back up again. Yeah, the cowboy that bought the dachshund. You know why? Because everybody told him to get get along, little doggy. That went, to my generation, there's a song when Roy Rogers and Dale Evans were, have you ever heard of those names? They were cowboys in the movies. Get along, little doggy, get along, little doggy was a little steer they would rope. You got it? Get along, little doggy. No, they can't relate to that. I watch one. Yeah, you're right. Now, these festivals going on, where this blue building is, you used to put up a big tent. And then to the south of that grassy area, they put another big tent. So when you paid $15 to come to the festival to get in here, if you didn't like the hubcaps playing in the tent on the south side, you could come over here and dance to Jimmy Stewart and his polka band on the north side. Now, in 2006, the Rotary Club spearheaded a drive, and it cost $1.2 million to put up this building. The federal government chipped in about $425,000 of that. Because when we build it according to the regs of the federal government. The quaint thing about that building is you're going to go straight out now, straight out to Bronner's, to the Silent Night Chapel, and then you're going to turn right and come back Main Street back into town. So,
okay.
We did it according to the government regs that building has got 24 garage doors in it. Because you build in floodplain area, you saw the river down there. As I said, it didn't come out. It was out. If you'd have been here last week, it was out of its banks. It didn't get up to that building, but oft times, that river would come out and get up to that building. So when it does, you open the doors, the trees and the branches and the crud goes through, you shut the doors, sweep it out, and you're back in business. We were forever paying Saginaw Dial tent and awning money to put up tents. 10 days, the tents would come down. 2 weeks later, the tents would jump up again there's the Beer Fest, the 21st and 22nd, that's this coming weekend. You guys can't go to that, you're not old enough. But there's an expo of beer, they call it, where you sample 4 ounces of beer from all these little